Hi everyone, I'm Gary Shapiro. It's been 10 years since iconic Colorado concert promoter Barry Fey took his own life. His death shocked those who knew him and saddened those who didn't. Barry Fey brought the biggest bands in the world to Colorado for more than 3 decades, starting in the late 60s. He also promoted sporting events, and he saved the Colorado Symphony. And while he faced his own issues along the way, his family says anyone who enjoys music at Red Rocks these days should thank Barry Fey.
The Rolling Stones will come to Denver.
Yes, a banner fell on his head, but that didn't stop Barry Fey from bringing the Rolling Stones to Denver twice. Name a superstar musician or band from the 70s or 80s, Barry most likely promoted them through his company Feyline. The Who, the Eagles, Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, Bruce Springsteen, and on and on. Years ago, he showed us his basement, full of signed guitars and albums from the rock stars.
That's from Bono and the group U2, and those are like the gold and platinum albums. It's a thing they give you out of friendship. In 1983, they asked me if I would help them produce a video at Red Rocks.
The U2 Red Rock show was probably his most famous. It became a concert movie with the band shrouded in rain, sleet, and fog. Barry Fey said the weather and the music made it magical. A picture from that show still hangs backstage at Red Rocks, and that's where we recently talked to Barry Fey's family. Lisa and Barry got married there in 1989.
And to walk around and see a lot of the bands, the pictures of the bands that he did shows here, especially U2. It's nice.
Lisa, his 4 kids and daughter-in-law, say Barry always put the fans first. He would have hated what's happening these days. Tyler Fey runs a new version of Feyline.
He stood up against those type of things, and he really cared about keeping prices low and keeping the fans happy and having, no VIP or dynamic pricing. It was all about, one price for one fan.
Barry Fey loved being on camera, loved sharing his passion for music with the public. But behind the scenes, he was also known to be tumultuous. There are stories about Barry Fey, the control freak, the gambling addict, the guy with the quick temper.
Listen, I get it. It was an industry of monsters, and you kind of at some point had to be a monster to be able to play in an industry of monsters. But at the end of the day, he was a good person.
But Alan Fey and the rest of his family say despite his personal problems, he was most importantly a good dad and a great grandfather. It's the hardest part of losing him.
He lived to the fullest during his time as a concert promoter, Barry Fey. It's the things he's missing, I think, are now the grandchildren and stuff like that. To me is more.
It can be argued easily that it was Barry Fey who made Red Rocks famous. His family just wants people to realize that.
The people who, the hundreds of thousands of people that are going to come here this year, maybe 1 million people that are going to come this year and see music at Red Rocks, should know that they're coming here as a result of his efforts.
With photographer Manny Sotelo, Gary Shapiro, 9 News.